Hey.
Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing?
Wow, what's going on here?
We are live once again from the Baltimore Whitman Expo 2025. And
Did I
this
break it?
is...
I think I broke it.
I hope you didn't break it.
I might have broke it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I mean, we're on there. It's just we're tiny, little fellers. Well, I'll fix it. You just go.
So anyway, we are here for just a group chat for...
to say hi,
hang out
and talk
you
about
guys
all the fun stuff's going on.
All the fun stuff. I will direct you guys. I will direct you all to our Facebook page, where if you look in the video I did with James Segal, there's one comment. But boy, what a comment that is.
You're not kidding, buddy. I saw that.
I am now following. So I would direct you to that and see the mysterious commenter in our Coin Show podcast page. But that was cool. That was a thrill.
Yeah. So what's been going on? You've been running around?
I have been running around.
I've been running
around doing it.
Paula said she loved the halftime. Well, you don't want to hear the crazy part? That sucker's already sold. Somebody came along and had to have it. Yep. So she gone.
We've seen a few things
come
and go.
Young Jack, we're live right now.
Young Jack.
Hop on.
You want to come on us?
Young Jack's back. We're on live, just hanging out, chatting, chit-chatting. Oh, yeah, you got to go home?
Go home.
What do you got? Anything I can look at? Anything I can show?
Anything we can show? That's the question.
This is a... it's not a bad
it's
little
not
coin.
that exciting.
Young Jack brings
You've been
over...
working for DLRC too long.
Young Jack brings over a 1794 cent head of 94 that graded PCG. And let me see if I can... You hold it.
I'll do it.
I'll zoom it. You hold it. There you go. You got to kind of tilt it back a little bit. You get some glare. No, tilt it down. You can, sure.
You can. Why not?
Make a guest appearance. There you go. Oops. 1794 large head of 94 that graded XF45. That coin's going. Is that going in your guys' inventory?
Yeah, it's going to auction.
It's going to auction.
It's going to auction.
Cool. Any idea when they're going to
auction? Going into the auction inventory.
Probably a little bit. A couple weeks.
Couple weeks. It's pretty coin. Pretty coin. Did you just get that graded here?
Just reholdered it.
Oh,
Had
okay.
a mechanical error.
Oh no, what was that?
Holder was all scratched up from PC. They sent it back.
I hate it when that happens.
Or free reholder.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys had a good show. You've been doing some good buying and making some cool purchases.
Making lots of money.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I saw you handed me a cool coin earlier that I can't talk about.
We can't talk about, but it was a really cool coin.
I can't talk about it, but let's just say it was a 7-figure coin. Something like that.
Yeah. Just average day at the shop, right?
Pretty nice example.
How's the show been for you guys?
Well, we've been making tons of videos. I hope these guys out there in video land have been enjoying it. Yeah, it's been great content.
Yeah. They're showing up. They're coming out and they're showing out. And
the show for our guys, because I also have a table here. Our guys have been killing it. They've been selling a ton of stuff.
Nice.
They're down to kind of the dregs of what we brought. So,
which is funny because everybody I talk to says it's a bad retail show, and I don't think so.
Well, what I found is that there's a lot of retail customers here,
right?
But they're not spending a lot of money. But it's great to catch up with good customers, and just say hi and talk to people,
right.
And
I think that with the way the economy is kind of wiggling right now, I think people are a little shaky and don't want to.
Yeah, gold's at an all-time high.
Yeah, every day we look at our phones.
Every day it's at a
gold
new
hits another all-time high.
Yeah.
So it's definitely interesting times. I think maybe if things settle down a little bit, people will be ready to spend some more money on coins. But the floors look busy. It's still busy. We're at 3:00 on Friday afternoon, which is some dealers start leaving at this time.
There are some that already have.
We're about to start packing up.
Yeah. So, I mean, with people that have to fly different places, that makes sense.
Look, if they've been here since Tuesday. Right. And they have a family. I understand. It's hard being away from your family for a long time.
Yep, you're not kidding.
So, they're people just like everybody else. They deserve to have time to themselves.
And sometimes when you're flying, sometimes you just can't get a flight on the last day of the show, like on Saturday. It's not possible. Sometimes they just don't exist. So,
I will tell you that's the biggest reason most people leave early on Saturday. Yeah. It's because they have a flight late Saturday. They don't have a hotel that night. They got to go when they go.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I'm lucky. My flight's only 30 minutes back home. But
Yeah, you're going to what?
Virginia
Norfolk?
Beach.
Virginia Beach.
Yeah.
Virginia Beach.
How far of a drive is that? Like what? 4 hours?
Four and a half with traffic.
They have good crab there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good oysters too off the bay.
Okay.
I'll have to come down and hang out with you one of these days.
We will.
Down. Yeah. You gotta
Should
come
have us
make a
out.
visit. I'll
Okay.
send you a little invite, a little evite.
All right.
Yeah, maybe we can go hang out at your office one day and
Film
with your
some
boss.
content.
Yeah, film some content with
There
your
you go.
boss.
We got some cool little gems.
I'll tell you what, John Brush has been on our list for a long time.
Yeah.
Now we've had him on. He is definitely a friend of the Coin Show podcast.
Yep.
Very good. I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, very nice guy. He was fun to talk
He
to.
was super fun. And he had a lot of really cool stuff, which that never hurts.
Did his jacket blind the camera?
It was.
You know
it
what's
was,
funny is-
it was fairly well received, I think, by the camera.
Yeah. Look, nobody said anything about it. We didn't even
You did.
talk about it. No, I didn't. I said it off camera.
Oh, before. Yeah,
I said it
Sure.
off camera. It's like I asked him if he was going to fund.
Yeah.
But it said no. I'm a Tennessee fan.
It's a different what's it called? It's a different hex number. It's like
Yeah.
like 2 hex numbers off from the fun color.
It's orange. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just this bright orange.
Yeah.
Good
But
contrast.
there's still a lot of nice coins out there. I've seen quite a few. Some of it's priced a little
I've seen
aggressively,
some
but
monsters out there.
Oh yeah.
Bus dollars and uncirculated 65 or 35 piece dollars, and just
I
really
saw an
nice stuff.
1856 flyer in PC 64 today, which
Proof
was
or-
proof? Stunning coins.
Nice.
Absolutely stunning.
yeah, that's.
Yeah.
I got, like I said the other day when we were talking, I got handed probably the nicest Morgan I've ever seen, which was that 85cc and 8, which is a ridiculous coin. I don't even know how much that coin's worth. It's got to be mountains of
Yeah,
money.
that was a silly looking coin. I mean, it's just
It's
ridiculous.
going to be
how
mountains
good
of
it is.
money. But,
Scrooge McDuck money.
Someone here is an original drawing of Scrooge McDuck from like.
Really?
Yeah.
And how much is that selling for?
I have no idea. I didn't
Scrooge
ask.
Bbduck, huh?
Diving into the money pit. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. We just gotta. I'll show you, Jack, too. The others got to go look before they. But look, who just commented on one of our videos. Whoa,
So I
isn't
would
that
direct you.
cool?
I would direct you to the Coin Show podcast Facebook page
Wow.
at
Yeah. I thought it was
facebook.com/
pretty cool.
the Coin Show, and you can read the comment for yourself. And I'm following her.
Yeah.
Oh,
me,
yeah.
me too. So
Me too.
Paula's seen it. Paula looked. There you go.
That was a really, really just cool thing. Like I said, I was floored.
I don't understand though why we're so small. This is the only time this has happened.
You've been talking to Steve Martin?
I don't know. Maybe
You're
it's
small.
entirely possible. I was born. I was born a fat white child.
No.
Oh.
He's let's get small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, I
Well,
gotta
sir, you go pack up,
But
and
thank you guys
we'll
for having
see
me on
you.
again.
Yeah, no, thanks for showing up, and we will talk to you soon.
Central State.
Safe travels.
Thank you very much. You too.
All right, Jack.
All
Have a good
right.
one.
See you, bud.
See ya.
Oh, young Jack.
Young Jack.
Young Jack.
Young Jack is a riot.
Yeah, he is. Good kid.
Love that kid.
So
Don't tell him that.
No,
but I love
no.
that kid.
as far as he's concerned, I hate his
Yeah,
guts. But
absolutely.
let me see. Let's scoot over. Oh, I was gonna. There we go.
Oh, you can come with me.
No, yeah.
I got
Show
room
me.
for you.
Chummy buddies. It looks like PCGS is. I was gonna log while I was here. I was gonna actually see if my coins were done, which I doubt.
Well, but you might as well look.
I might as well look.
Might as well look.
Be disappointed anyways, probably. You know me.
Yeah, well, the only thing that makes people happy is the anticipation of a good grade.
Right. No, still in
In
process. Womp, womp. Let's see. I have talked about those a couple times. People never seem to have much interest. They would rather look for a wounded eagle. Go figure. Well, I mean, that's. And Paul also asked, how much was Mr. Seago asking for those?
He did not say. You
Okay.
can contact him at let's see, JS Coins.
JScoins.com. I think so. They're interesting. I mean, I've never heard of them, and it's been 25 years.
I didn't know they existed, so that it was definitely something different.
It's been 25 years, I guess. So, I mean, it's just, I always thought that there was the Goodacre dollars And there
and that was my first question was, is it a good acre dollar, right? That was, I asked James right away.
I always wondered if they were, if they were just good acre dollars, but no, there's something else apparently. They struck several hundred of them, and that's it. So,
yeah,
pretty cool. It's funny how these things come to light 25 years later.
Well, and look, I have another one that's coming up. We have another short where I covered another Sacagawea dollar.
That's true.
Equally cool.
It's been a Sacagawea.
It oddly was. And I mean, I didn't try for that. It just was, I said, hey, show me the coolest thing. And 2 major dealers showed me Sacagawea coins.
Well, that's true. I need to go out on the floor and counteract that with something not Sacagawea. Or maybe they're just going to let the world. Maybe we'll let the modern coins win this time, this round.
Eventually, we always do.
That's true. One of the other funny things that has been going on this show is, I've seen quite a few kids. Have you noticed? Even
I've seen a few.
Friday tomorrow. Like I can see one right down that aisle there right now. But I think tomorrow there's going to be quite a few more, and hopefully we get a chance to talk to some of these kids, if their parents will allow it, of course, about them and collecting and what they like. So we get a chance to go stick a microphone in their face. I think that'd be fun.
It always is.
Yeah.
Did we have anything else cool going on over here this morning? Oh yeah, we had the book signing. So they launched the Red Book, the new 2026 Red Book, and Paula made a comment about the pricing in it. Which, hey, look, I get it. But what I will tell you is you have to see this book. It is definitely different.
Yeah.
It is not the Red Book. This is not your father's Red Book.
They really are. And, that we talked all about it, but we've actually each of us got a copy to play with before the release.
One of us got it for free.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I just grabbed one from the pile. And nobody stopped me. Because
they left it here for us.
Well, that's true. They did. They brought it with them and left one here too.
And they left it. They figured it was ours. And I wasn't going to say anything.
So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how they make this work with the added information. And I think I might do a little bit deeper dive into this book once everything is, once it's been out for a week or two.
And we got a scoop on Mega Red.
Yeah, we sure did.
Erica, like America.
Mike's out here making friends.
You got to make friends with the grading companies.
Well, you make friends just in general.
In general, yes, but the grading companies are always good to have friends.
Yes, that's right. Just cool. Just there's a lot. It feels more substantial because there are
the funny thing is it was getting really, really thick, and this one I think is fewer pages, but more information. And there's QR codes in this. There are
right there, Paula. Right there. Yeah, right there. That's my big fat head. She asked if my pick was in there.
Yes, his pick is in there. And we're all really ask him if you have a copy and you run into Matt. Ask him to sign it for you.
I will not do it. I fail to find out why that happened, but I guess I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, I mean,
just roll with it. If the listener wants you to sign it, sign it. Okay. See, we got it. He won't do it for me, but
no,
for you
definitely
guys.
not you.
No,
heck no.
I don't blame him. So, we got a scoop on the Mega Red. In that Mega Red is going to continue, and it's going to also go through a change.
Yep.
And so I think that a set of the first edition Mega Reds might be really nice to have.
Well, there you go. And then they have the whole Red Book series or the Bauer series, what they call them.
Well, now they're calling them the Red Book series.
Sure, which is fine. I mean, that's those are, they said they're going to continue to do those too, which is good. So, more information, the better, especially now that they're actually like taking the books and really blending them with technology. I think that's cool. People have always wondered, how are they going to keep publishing books with all this technology out there that the information's right there on into your fingertips? Well, here you go.
That's because they watched newspapers slowly die over the last 40 years.
I mean, you're not wrong.
If you're in the print publishing industry, you're scared. You're really looking for, okay, where are we going next? And I will hand it to the people at Whitman
Yeah.
because they hit this one out of the park. They have cemented the Red Book again in our hobby, at least for the next 10 years.
And you're right. Looking at the pricing, it is quite a bit better than it used to be.
It's at least somewhat realistic.
It's getting there.
It's still published a year and a half in advance, so it's not going to be market reflective, but it's going to be at least one time market reflective,
snapshot,
right?
Yeah, it'd be a good snapshot. So, and then we did make some more contacts too here at the show that we are excited about because that opens more doors for us to make content and get you guys all the more interesting information that's out there, and allows us to hit these people up again and say, hey, remember we did this, let's do something else, and that's just that's what's going to open the door. Having John and Jeff on this morning, the grand poobahs of the Red Book and of numismatics in general at the moment,
and
really.
them being accessible to us was really, really cool and really nice of them. So I have to say this, it's like we try and bring you people that you've heard of, or people that you've always wanted to talk to, or people that you've always wanted to meet.
But then every once in a while we bring a guy like Young Jack who nobody's ever heard of, and now everybody knows.
But he's going to be the person that they want to talk to at some point.
Oh yeah,
I think he will
for sure.
But my point was that we can do that at shows because they're here. It's really hard to get big name people to find the time to do something like this, whereas here. Or
the technology. Sometimes the technology is the problem. Sometimes they don't know how to work their webcam.
I heard a really cool term last night called picnic.
What's that?
Picnic.
What's that?
Problem in chair, not in computer.
That's not a bad way to put it.
Yes, I think that's a very.
And sometimes we've tried to do that where we've tried to get with people, and it was just a technology issue where the quality just was garbage and we couldn't use it.
Yeah, either it was the internet or it was the storms somewhere in between us and them, or us, or whatever.
But being here and having this opportunity now with all these people here is wonderful, and I enjoy it, and I think it's really great.
I love being able to do these live.
Can we get a round of applause for whoever the heck fixed the internet here? Thank you.
Yes,
because we definitely needed that. I'm gonna move this camera a little, just cause. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, there we go. Boom. But yeah, the internet has been awesome. You guys have actually been able to see what we have intended the whole time.
Naptown Collectibles.
Naptown Collectibles. Hey, what's shaking? Well, come on. Next time they do this show 3 times a year. So why is it that was just the two of you? The audio isn't like a tunnel because we're only running 2 microphones right now. When we have others in here, we have to run more microphones, and sometimes that can cause issues, or maybe it's the bandwidth. Sometimes it's the bandwidth, or sometimes it's the fact that Matt forgets to switch the audio over to the right channels in the thing, and we get some crappy audio.
We're doing the best we can.
I'm a coin dealer, gosh darn it. I'm
not an engineer.
I'm a coin dealer first, not a sound engineer. I play one on the internet.
Yeah, you do.
I play one on the internet, so...
Naptown Collectibles says, greetings from Westfield. Wish I was over there.
Yeah. Westfield. I love Westfield. Good. Sounds great now. That's what we like. So
there we go.
And every once in a while, like I said, it's we had the first part of the John Brush interview. I screwed that up because I forgot to, for some reason, we can shut it off and turn it back on 5 times. And only one of those 5 times, it will just completely reset all the settings and all the choices that I have made for my audio and video, and all of a sudden it's getting the video from the fine camera up here instead of this beautiful microphone right here in front of me. So I don't understand it. Bruce, what'd you buy? Nothing else?
Nothing.
Oh, well, one of my employees, I didn't know if you had him. I was going to have you sit down. We can talk about him here on the stream. Yeah, go ahead. Go grab him. Bruce works for me. Bruce has been doing this since dinosaurs walked the earth. And I'm not kidding. He used to ride a brontosaurus to school every day.
Both ways.
Yep. Uphill and downhill.
Yep.
And they had to run from the T-Rexes.
Yep.
No, I'm just kidding. But he Bruce has put together a set of Standing Liberty quarters, and he just went out and bought himself 3 coins for his set, which I think is pretty cool. And I think you guys you guys would enjoy hearing about his collection and why he's doing it. So he'll go grab those coins. He'll come back, sit down with us. M. Lovemo says, I just bought the 2026 Red Book because of you two. Hey, thank you. A, for supporting the guys that make it possible for us to be here. But
Yes.
B, thanks for letting us know that, because then we can tell them, hey, guys, look, this has happened. But
people are buying the book because we're telling them about it.
But I'm seriously, like, I wouldn't tell you to go buy this or get a copy of it if I didn't believe that it is definitely a new and interesting thing. Because look, if you look, like they're talking about the cat bust, right? And they have this little blurb right here about how it's one of the greatest 100 coins. And then they have
Go to the 20-cent piece. They've got another one.
I know.
There's a QR code that you can go and and the great thing about that, and we were talking with John about that this morning, is that they can change the destinations of the QR codes.
Yep. And here's something cool too they're doing. They have a did you know section, which I'm sure that Jeff probably had a big hand in producing and putting out. And there's just all sorts of neat new little things in the Red Book that make it feel different. Everyone, this is Bruce Vogel. Bruce works for me in my store. He has been buying coins for many a year.
Let me take it over here a little bit.
We call him the silver fox in the office.
Cozy up to the mat a little bit.
And Bruce has put together a set of Standing Liberty quarters right now, and I thought that would be kind of fun to talk about.
So what's your favorite thing about collecting Standard Liberty quarters, Bruce?
Well, they're lower mintage.
Yeah.
They're one of the most beautiful design coins
I think so.
that America has to offer, along with, say, Mercury dimes and Walking Liberty half dollars.
Short series.
Yeah.
44 coins to be exact.
I knew you would know that.
You don't have to collect the overdate if you don't want to. But I'm looking for nice white coins, which means probably some of them have been dipped in the past, which is not a problem to me. I just think it brings out the beautiful luster of the coins.
Yep, I agree.
And
if done correctly, you shouldn't be able to know the difference.
I agree with that.
If done by a skilled diptologist.
Diptology. Diptology. What a
Diptology,
field.
yeah. It's a new field.
One of the challenges with this series is there are a lot of weak strike coins. And the strike that is weak is the head as well as the shield.
Shield, yeah.
And I personally do not have to have full head coins, and I'm not really prepared and willing to spend double the money to obtain one. So, for example, a common date coin might be $500 in mint state 65. Add full head, and it's $1,000.
Yeah.
And that gets a little excessive. But I've recently just picked up some of the tougher S mints that I was lacking for my collection. I purchased a 23S in mint state 65 today.
Oh, that's a nice little coin. That coin is dripping with luster.
And the nice thing about that coin is that coin is in an older NGC holder.
Oh, yeah.
They call it a fatty holder.
Yeah.
And the philosophy behind that is that I think they were a little bit more strict in their grading. Conservative would be another word for it. So the coin's a solid coin.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't buy any of these to upgrade them. I'm trying to match a set, and that's a challenge.
That's one of the coolest things I like when we see sets of coins that are actually well matched. That is like, I find that to be one of the more appealing things when somebody brings in a set of coins to the office, that the coins all match each other. And I know you're famous for that, Bruce, because you have a look, and we call it the Krusty Brucey special in the office, because that is a look that Bruce likes on certain coins.
Right.
And it's so well known in the office that it actually has a term. So
yeah. I don't have to have mint state 65 for this series.
Oh, is that what you started
at? That first coin was a 65.
Right. The majority of what I have in the collection so far are 65s. However, the price point for a 65 versus a 64 on the handful of key dates.
That's going to get spicy in a hurry.
19D, 19S,
21,
16.
Right. So a 64 is also an acceptable grade for me.
Ooh.
And this is a 1924S.
Standing Liberty quarters are fun because
They're beautiful coins.
they are.
Here's what I want to get your take on, because if you look at this coin, I'm always thinking about strike dynamics and things like that. If you look at the reverse of the coin, that's kind of a normal coin. It's got a central aspect and it's got rim work, right? But the obverse of this coin has like one of the busiest designs of all time. Everything from the midline of the coin down has some sort of relief.
Yeah.
And very little negative space. And that's got to affect the striking.
Right. In this particular coin that we just showed, the 24S, the shield is pretty struck up, which is pretty good. It's not a full head, but it has some of the pieces.
A quarter ear.
A quarter ear, yeah. Right, right. Well, a pet peeve of mine is the grading of full head coins. I don't care if it's PCGS or NGC. I tend to not agree with what they call full head at least 50% of the time.
Well, that's because
they're very lenient. But I'm an old school collector from back
Maybe
in the
they should
70s
just call it
and 80s.
really full head.
Yeah.
Or well, another word for that is curmudgeon. I think
Curmudgeon.
you're
No,
a coin curmudgeon.
No. I'm picky.
You are picky.
I've been picky.
Yep.
I've been called picky. But what can I say?
Yeah.
I like what I like, and when I see
And you
it,
know what you
I
like,
buy it.
which is
That's right.
good.
Here's the last of the 3 coins that I purchased at the show today. This is a 26S in Mint State 65. Again, in that older holder, fatty holder, which
That's
some
a luster
people
bomb.
collect them. People collect those holders.
Yeah, they do.
That's
That
one of the
coin is
holders
just a
that they
luster
collect.
They're all luster bombs.
Yeah.
Jim asks, do you feel like strikes are better in one mint than others? Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And different series, it's different mints too, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But in this
For
one,
example, in Morgan dollars, the San Francisco Mint would probably be considered one of the strongest strikes.
Is it the same on Standing Liberties? Are the
No,
S mint coins
I think
better?
S Mint coins are weaker in general.
so it's the Philly coins that are hammered.
Well, early Philly coins in the Standing Liberty quarters can be very weak, where you could have almost half of the digits in the date not showing.
21's a great example of that.
Right. I own a 21 in 65, and it has a full date and a full shield, but it is not a full head.
Yep.
So, different striking pressure at different points on the coin in different years. How many coins were struck off a die pair matters, etc. Yet, I've learned, even though I don't collect the full heads, I own several full heads.
I'm sure
Why
you
is
do.
that? Ask me why that is.
Why is that, Bruce?
Why
Because
is that,
in
Bruce?
1917, the mints produced coins where probably 95% of them all were full head.
Correct.
They just were struck strongly. So
First year of
I
issue.
have had to buy them with full heads, and I've accepted that.
So you're okay with that?
I'm okay
you
with
don't
that.
like it, but you're okay
I
with
don't
that.
love it, but
Okay.
I'm okay
Well,
with it.
let's switch gears a little bit. Since you've been manning the table the whole show, how's the show been?
Well, wait a minute, because
I'm
I have
sorry,
one more
I'm sorry.
Standing Liberty quarter question.
Okay.
So Standing Liberty quarters are neat in the fact that there are no proofs.
Well,
Have you
that's not
ever
totally true. There are a few specimen proofs.
Okay.
It's not highly publicized, but there are a couple. And I think if you look at, he's deceased, the guy who wrote the book,
Klein, Mike.
Burdett?
Jay Klein.
Oh.
Yep.
Jay Klein talked about some of that in his book, that there's a handful of
Well,
them.
my question was more: have you ever seen a proof like?
Again,
standard?
no, I
No.
have not.
They're
However,
probably up
in
there.
the book, he does talk about having seen some of those specimens in the past. That's my phone ringing.
Well,
They can't hear it.
They can just wait.
Okay.
So you've never seen a proof like circulation strike?
Not in a standing quarter. I have in
Okay.
a Mercury Dimes. Some of the S Mints, 40S, 41S. I've actually handled some of those in my day.
Yeah.
I've seen proof likes, and they command big premiums. So,
Well, cool. So, okay, back to my question. How was the show? How'd we
okay.
do?
The show has been very good.
Good.
I think the attendance is, slowing down here late in in the afternoon.
Well,
But we've had a lot of collectors come by looking to start sets of Franklin halves, Walking Liberty halves.
yeah.
We've had collectors come by wanting to add Mercury dimes to their collections, some silver dollars, some Ike dollars. Collectors were looking to put in registry sets. So, and dealer activity has been relatively strong too. In our case, we've sold a variety of items from ancient coins, paper currency, silver dollars, Lincoln cents, you name it.
Yeah,
We've sold a little
I
bit
know.
of it.
We
today.
did. We really did because I had to help bring all of them out of our system. So I've been watching, and it's been so compared to the last time we were here, it's better for sure.
This
right?
is a better show than last
Right.
time.
Yeah.
From a financial perspective and from a
Yep.
business perspective.
Yep, I think so.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
which is great. That's a good sign. That tells me that the coin market here is decent.
So if you've ever not been to the Baltimore Whitman show and you ever have an opportunity, I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. I just was talking with another friend and I wondered how many millions and millions of dollars are on the Bourse floor between all the gold and the silver and the rare coins. And the number must be staggering.
yeah, it's fun to think
I
about.
would be willing to guess is probably a 9-figure range.
Oh, I would. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably
Yeah.
in that neighborhood. Well, friends, we just wanted to kind of pop on here for a little bit. I'm glad Bruce got to join us. This is great,
I
Bruce.
appreciate it.
You're a wealth of knowledge in our office. We all know that to be true. So
I may
I'm glad
be a
you got
wealth
to-
of knowledge, but I'm not wealthy.
I'm glad you got to come on here and share some of your coins. That was fun.
Okay.
And
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for stopping by. We're gonna probably go call her a day, take a little walk around the show and enjoy it actually for a little bit. I think I'm going to.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys tomorrow. Keep up the streams like this and shows like this. Well, we're gonna try. As long as they'll keep having us, we'll keep doing it. These are a lot of fun because they just allow us to kind of hang out and have a good time with you guys. So
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, so we look forward to doing it again. And
we like to kind of bring you in when you guys may not be possible for you to get here. We like to get you as close as we can get you.
but that's okay because you can always come back and look at them
that's right.
afterwards.
That's
the
right.
beautiful thing about
Should
the
I
internet.
say purple chalk out?
Purple chalk out? No.
We have a customer every time he leaves the shop, he yells out, "Purple chalk out!"
Yep. we'll say Brucey V out. Bye, everybody.
Bye.